There we go. I guess I should put the alternator back in too, huh? Yeah, good old panoramic. All right, now we've got the vehicle back to a drivable state. Do I want to go get the JP8? Might as well fill up on JP8. Let's do that before we go investigate. There was a steel jerry can of JP8 somewhere over here. There is no command for seeing the specifics of the run for this run. This is my getting reacquainted run. I don't have any specific challenge goals or anything like that for this one. We're footloose and fancy free this time. Alright, good enough. Nice, starts up right away. Not sure just how far we've pulled. There's absolutely still more zombies in this base. Alright, we'll take a quick peek through here. The Precisionist. I have no idea what that book is. Firearms usage and news, huh? Lack the skills to understand. Flint rocks. Or flintlocks. Alright, don't care. Activate. Night vision. Records of the medieval sword. Oh, I think I'm still rocking that hiking backpack. I gotta be careful. Hi there, fancy card reader and closed metal door. All right, I think that's it for that building. Two zombie soldiers. All right, medical wing. Not usually much in here. Bright light. Decayed zombie. I don't want to fire my weapon here. Guess we're gonna go for the Tonfa. I think it's in this section. There's like a sealed area with the medicine. I'll have to torch my way into. Oxygen delivery, anesthesia, bandages, antiseptic, IV bags. Scalpel. Grab a couple scalpels in case we decide to go dissecting. Hey, zombies. Is that the infrared from the enhanced, I'm assuming? So the enhanced is a combo night vision and infrared goggles, huh? I think you mentioned the infrared earlier. I had forgotten about how the infrared works. Some pretty fancy goggles. No space, huh? Autoclave. Alright, it's just that one room that is real close to some zombies that I don't want to deal with. There's the underground access point. That right there. We'd have to get through that door to get into this room for the fancy stuff. Whoops. Standing next to that computer lit me up. Yep, I got lit up. Zombies saw me. Crap. Bad Vormithrax. There was noise coming from in here. Guess it could have been underground. Nah, I don't need to worry about cards. I can just walk over with a torch and get through the door in seconds. So, I just don't want to risk it with all the zombies that are over here. I just can't think of anything that's going to be in there that I care about enough to even go in there. We've already got more general healing materials than I'll be able to use, and we pick up more pretty often. So... there's a lot of specialized meds in there, but I don't anticipate needing any of them. We've already got things like antifungal and such, and enough that I don't have to worry about it. Prophylactic anti-venom, antibiotics, antidepressant, antiparasitics, antipsychotics, broad-spectrum antibiotics. I just can't think of anything I'm going to care about enough over there. Alright, so the only other building, really, is the big warehouse. And we're pretty much done. We've looked through most of this building. All of these. Don't care about this one. It's going to be zombies in there, and there's just not anything in there I'm going to care about. It's going to be all the different clothes variations and basic gear and accoutrements. No weapons, no ammo. I've got, I think, all the tools that I care about, so I'm not going to risk going in there. Yeah, the welding rod supply is the only thing we really didn't get. Otherwise, we've got the place pretty well looted. I may come back for one more peek at some point, but I think for now, we're probably good. Yeah, we got the 50, but it's not really worth it. I don't get any XP when I use the 50, and no, I'm not going to use the Barrett. No thanks. Not at low, relatively low skill still. We'll give it a try for certain things, but what we can do now is we can actually go up to that military outpost up here, and we can use the 50 to punch into the wall and draw out robots or anything else that's in there that might be dangerous, and then shoot them from range. Make sure I clear the room, and I have plenty of grenades where I can just toss grenades around corners to blow up the robots too. So that's possibly the next target on our way up to the lab. And if we can get that done, that means we'll have cleared out a missile silo, a military base, and a military outpost, which are, you know, pretty much the 3 biggest places for the military stuff. And we've got another missile silo right here. Just not one I can easily get to without making a bunch of noise and killing a bunch of stupid zombies. Yeah, us having the night vision is going to make it fairly easy. I think we're going to get out of here now. Okay, we have raided the military base. Yeehaw. Got a ton of junk I need to toss out of the vehicle. Probably spend the next hour just sorting crap. Military outpost will be our next target, followed by heading into the air shaft, access to the lab. And I'll try to find out. The first thing I want to know is whether or not it's I forget what they call it, the dimensional lab. Yeah, we could sit still and just read till we get to V7 or get to 7, but I don't think it's necessary. I can't remember the other thing that needed level 7 for the mechanic skill. When I first started reading the books, I mentioned 7 is what I usually try to get to make sure I can do all the mods. Yeah, distorted lab, that's the one. Alright, zoom in please. Let's get, oops. We got underground stuff. We got graboids? Do we have graboids? I don't want to park where there might be graboids. Blank body. Okay, bandaging, probably good enough. Moderately weary, tired, it's coming up on midnight. Yeah, we'll just sleep the night away. You fall asleep. Yeah, we've got a ton of junk in the vehicle. I need to clear it out. I'm going to get rid of that engine. I'm just never going to use it. The one we've got's plenty. What I'm wearing affects sleep? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. No challenge command this run. Didn't quite get to full health, but good enough. Alright, nothing around me except for a woodland white. You know, just a woodland white. Hey, woodland white. I got something for you, though, if he charges me. We got something special planned for him. Alright, what to do? What to take advantage of or look at here? Let's get away from this woodland white first. Alright, let's do a quick and dirty get things out of the vehicle run. So, just toss them on the ground space there. Things I know I don't need. I don't need M4s. I'll never use the pistol. Never use the crossbow. Never use the Glock. Oh yeah, I had that 50 round drum magazine. 4 of them. I gotta swap those. I've got to do that. Keep the actual ammo. Tell you what. Instead of sorting by type, let's sort by volume. You are going away. Whoops. Yeah, who knows, maybe. $72, 40 by 46 grenades. There's the 50 BMG 100 round belt. Get that installed too. have a recharge station. Alright, now we're getting down into the little stuff. Lots of it, but not really going to be affecting me all that much. I'll resort my gear at some point too, probably. I'll do that off camera. Put certain things in certain spots just so it's a little easier for me to find. One of the reasons why I like the Humvee is it's so compact. I can just stand in the middle of the vehicle and see everything with one look at the aim screen. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the rest of that. Okay, now you to there. Didn't actually fully unload everything. $190, 87, 320, 250, 270, and alright, so that one I need to sort out a little bit. Let's send some of that. And back there. Whoa. Oop. Alright, didn't leave anything on the ground. That was the only thing I was really worried about. Alright, now that we got an initial purge complete. Just want to make sure I've got at least 100, 150 volume in every one, so if I drop an item in, it won't fall onto the ground. Next up, let's go ahead and look at... No space for the crane to the northeast. Engine crane won't do it, huh? Jacking of 17. I may not be able to do these without emptying the vehicle out a bit. 17,000 mass. I didn't grab a bottle jack while we were up there, did I? Nope. No bottle jack. And I can't remember how far bottle jack goes. Bottle jack goes to 16. So, I think I only need to dump like 100 pounds though. Rated at 17,636. So we're just barely over. So there was a bottle jack back in that that bay. So we could go back and get one without too much difficulty. Or we can just keep driving and eventually find one anyway. Given that we'll be checking garages and such. That wheel there is the only one in fairly serious danger. We can drive on 3 wheels. Yeah, usually I find the smaller one though, not the bottle jack, but I'm not worried about coming across one. I'm not going to go back just for a bottle jack. Alright, I can't think of anything else I really want to do here without welding wire in copious amounts. We can't really do a whole bunch repair-wise. Getting a few frames shored up a bit, and that quarter panel would be nice to fix up, but, you know, I'm not planning on using the vehicle as a battering ram, so... No, they're still block and tackle and all that kind of stuff, but it's not worth my time. I just don't care. We'll easily get a bottle jack and just unload the vehicle a slight amount and be able to take care of the problem. I could probably keep tossing junk out of the vehicle and qualify, so not an issue. Time to swap that helmet back out again. I like the bike helmet. Decent protection for low encumbrance. Okay, let's read some books real quick. Get these things sorted, see if they can help me with any of my weapon skills. I kind of doubt it. Our reading list. Unarmed combat to 3. Killer instinct takes you to 3, huh? That's actually... And so does turn your fists. That's actually interesting. Because we've got... At unarmed 3, we would get access to... looks like we've rusted our unarmed combat slightly, and we lost the arm block, which I'm actually okay with. We'd have to get 5 to get block with mutated limbs, which we're not going to worry about. Won't get 6. We would get the feint. That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And we already have feint from our other one, from our melee 3. There you go. Lots of opportunity. So we've got 2 more full belts and then a partial 80. I'm not sure if these are loose 50 or if that's those ammo cans are... And it says links. Oh, yep, they're belts. So we've got even more. We have plenties. Plenty. Alright, probably our best bet is, if we're going to do that next, it would be to wait till nighttime, take advantage of our night vision. Get the big 50 cal Barrett out, and or just walk up to the door and start tossing grenades inside. Just depending. So, I think for now, go ahead and drive over there, and we'll take a look at the area. I don't know if I'll raid it right now. Oh, I lost another mirror. So nice, not having to try to start the vehicle 5 times. What are our stats now? So with the engine we've got, oh yeah, I mean, I generally drive faster than, I mean, it'll be an odd circumstance if I have the speed going more than 32. So, you know, that's why I dropped out that larger engine. Even when we're fairly overloaded now, we have so much overhead available to us. I could keep stacking and stacking stuff on this vehicle and still never get anywhere close to the capacity for us to be able to maneuver properly and get pretty good giddy up and go. So, didn't need that big engine. Just needed to get a nice repaired one. But we didn't have to deal with the constant not being able to get the thing started problem. So is ACOG better than Red Dot? Theoretically? I'm fairly apathetic about gun mods myself, except for very specific circumstances. Either body sight with a bunch of resurrected zombies. Jorts. There it is. They don't even lock their doors. The danger is just the the robots. Mostly the robots. When we came by last time, there were a bunch of zombies in the area too. Is it better to have more wheels on a vehicle? Kind of depends. What you're looking for when you're doing more wheels is, when you're looking at the info on the vehicle, important things are your speed. You want your safe speed to have enough overhead above what you would normally drive at, and you want to look at the off-road percentage. So if you're not on a road, you get hit with an off-road penalty essentially. If this gets too low, you won't be able to get the vehicle moving when you're off-road. So adding tires to the vehicle gives you more inches of rubber on the ground, which improves your off-road percentage. So you kind of balance the number of tires you've got with your off-road percent and your speed needs. So usually when people, I had this conversation a lot back when I was doing a lot of crazy vehicles and stuff, but if your vehicle won't move, it's almost always, it's 99.9% of the time, not an engine problem. It's not that you don't have the power of the engine. It's that you're overloaded for the square inches of tire underneath the vehicle to be able to get it moving, especially in the off-road status when you're not on a street. So it's almost universally better to add tires than it is to get a bigger engine. You almost never need more than one engine, period. And I mean, I've created just super ultra massive vehicles, and I've never needed more than a single engine, and even not that big of an engine to get those moving. So you just want to play with those three numbers, basically. So you look at your speed, you look at your off-road percent, and then you add tires if this number is too low. And the larger your vehicle gets and the heavier it gets, when you start loading it up and all these cargo spaces get filled with engines and all sorts of crazy stuff, that's where your percent will start to go down tremendously. So I've got tons of overhead here, and I've got plenty of off-road capability to get the thing moving. So we got no problems, even if I loaded this thing up. So we don't need more tires. You mean the Bizarre Battle Arc? Yep, the Bizarre Battle Arc. That one was crazy. That was my last ultra large crazy vehicle, and that predated all the welding changes and stuff. So I would definitely absolutely never try to do that in the current game build. But otherwise, it was a hoot. Took quite a bit of material and time to get that thing built, but if you're ever curious about what we used to be able to do, go take a look at that series and skip to near the end of the episodes just to see the Bizarre Battle Arc in its full glory. Okay, let's go south a bit. In case anything steps out of that thing, I don't want to deal with it. Stop here. I think it was Noah's Bizarre Battle Arc, if I remember right. The vehicle there was, so this vehicle is what, 5 by 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so this vehicle's 5 by 7. The Bizarre Battle Arc was, what was it, 22 across? So it was 4 lengths of this. Maybe it was 22 deep. I forget. I remember low 20s being one of the dimensions, but it was absolutely mammoth. I think it weighed in at like 80,000 pounds, 90,000 pounds. Yeah, it was a fun run. That was one of the ones that are memorable for me. There's only certain runs that I have vague memories of because I've done like 130, 150 different challenge runs. Most of them just totally blended out of my memory. But there are a few that I have pretty fond memories of, and Noah's was distinct enough that I do still go back and look at that one on occasion and just kind of shake my head and go, what was I thinking? All right. What can we do for the character? Because I'm going to wait till night. We'll take advantage of our nighttime capabilities and kind of raid the military outpost. And I don't have high hopes for getting anything too interesting in there. I'm not sure. I know they've changed the loot tables quite a bit. And they've gone down in my desire to raid. The danger level depending on your outfit, your gear, and your knowledge level of them. Like the danger level for the reward, I just don't think is as good nowadays as it used to be. So we'll just roll up with some grenades and our battle rifle and really good night vision capabilities. Pop the door, back off a bit, toss grenades in if we need to, or shoot stuff. But yeah, I don't expect there to be much in there that I care about. Okay, we haven't had anything to eat today. Take care of that first. Whoops. Butter is gone. Apparently the top butter was good and all the other butter was bad. 7 butter rotten. It updated as I was eating them. We have so many MREs to eat now. Alright, I'm going to look at the books again real quick. So, unarmed to 3, nothing else really. Mechanics 7, I still don't think I have a need to go to 7, so I'm not going to worry about that. We haven't been working on electronics yet. I got tailoring to 6, or no, I got tailoring to 5, I think. Yeah, tailoring to 5, we're still at 4 on fab. 5 or 6, I think, is usually as far as I push those. It really depends on... It's less about these skills now than it is about all of the proficiency requirements if you're trying to do things like actually manufacture medieval weaponry to use, like impact hammers and all that kind of stuff. It's all about the fabrication skills that you need to get that stuff done. Less than just a raw crafting skill. And I don't want to get into that stuff. We're going to go gun heavy with just some backup melee for certain specific enemies that we'll need it for. And I think we're done on... yeah, most of the rest of this stuff. We didn't do much combat, so we didn't raise our skills here much. We let the fire do most of our work today. Closing in on 4 marksmanship. Let's take a look at some of the big guns real quick. So we got the turret installed. There's the Barrett. Let's wield the Barrett. That did not wield it. Oh, it switched me to where. Armor piercing. Just go with standard ball ammo, thanks. What are you rocking? Muzzle brake, rifle scope, and the bipod. I forget how the bipod works. Do you have to go prone for the bipod, or do you have to be adjacent to a stable thing like a vehicle edge or something? I forget the rules behind the bipods. Show me the rattlesnake. 0%, 0%. Even at max aim, huh? That seems a little rough. I mean, I know that's a tiny target. I need to find a regular sized target to kind of get a feel for range and all that. F4. I don't normally use prone, so I don't remember what the requirements are. Nah, we're still going to have a terrible chance to shoot. It improved a little bit. But no, it didn't. Yeah. What are we looking at? 126 range damage goes out to the maximum range, which is 60, which is totally silly. Totally silly, but we have reality bubble issues. 10 rounds is usually all I need for when I use this thing. Not sure I have any other mods that would really make a difference. Holographic is an upgrade for the red dot. It doesn't really describe it. It gives the technical information, but doesn't actually say what it does specifically. Always fun when you can't tell what something does. Rotten food. An awful lot of rucksacks laying around for no particular reason. Or not? What the heck? The way that displayed the first time, I thought I had multiple of these things laying around. I guess not. Alright, whatever. Let's close that up. I think we're going to stop right here. This is a good stopping point. Pretty much done with the military base. Glad that's all done. When we pick up again on the next stream, it won't take us long to do the military outpost. 5-10 minutes. We'll be in and out probably, barring, death. And then we're going into the scary place. We'll head on into the lab access shaft. We've got guns. We've got bullets. That's really all we can take in there. That's going to be useful. There could definitely be things in there that will get me killed. So I'm not sure what I could do really melee-wise to improve our survivability in there. I'm gonna need to stay with the dodge, go light, and to rely on dodge. I think is my biggest protection still, since we don't have a good set of layered clothing and armor for good protection levels. And we'll just rely on shooty bang bang. Okay, let's hit save and quit. And that will be it for now. We are all done. Thanks for hanging out for some more Cataclysm. Dark days ahead, folks. As I've mentioned repeatedly, make sure you keep showing up. YouTube, you hit like and comment and all that stuff. I mean, I'm okay playing Cataclysm. It's got fun parts. I am going to try to do something with the next run that's a little more high-end for the older crowd. Well, by older, I mean the more experienced crowd that want to see me doing the crazy stuff. I'll try to come up with a challenge for that kind of thing for the next one now that we'll put this one behind us. But I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that, because no matter what I do, it's still grindy. it's grindy. So I'll try to come up with some way to do something with that. But continuing play is totally up to you guys and your enthusiasm and attendance and support and all that. So